Well, a lot of people always ask, how did you get to photograph Led Zeppelin privately in a hotel room? And this is what happened. I learned late 72 that a lady by the name of Marcia Hightower, who worked for Salters and Roskin, they were a big PR company in Beverly Hills, and they had a lot of big names like, Paul McCartney and Wings, Edgar Winter, Johnny Winter, Hugh Hefner and the Playboy Club, etc., etc. So I met her in late 72, and I put a bug in her ear, you might say. I said, when Zeppelin comes back to town, I'd love to just try to get a group shot of the band. I mean, that's all I really wanted to do. So a couple of months went by, and it was, I think, in the middle of February of 73. She called me up and said, hey, you still want to photograph Zeppelin? They're going to be in town, tomorrow in a few days, maybe a week or two. But so of course I said yeah, and went to the Hyatt Regency Hotel on Sunset Boulevard. We called it the Riot House. And about 6:30 in the evening, they had the top 2 or 3 floors of the hotel, and 2 of the suites were, people were already there when I got there. I met Niels Lozar, another photographer, that evening, and I went to Marcia after I'd been there about 20 minutes, and I said, I've talked to a couple of the guys, and they don't seem like they're ready to get together for a photograph. So she said, well, I think we can take care of that problem. I'm going to introduce you to their manager and tell him what you want. I think we can make it happen. So she introduced me to the Zeppelin's manager, and told him what I wanted and why I was there. And he said, is that all the bloody hell you want? And he physically turned around and picked up Jimmy Page, who maybe was 150 pounds. And he said, where do you want him? And I said, put him right in that chair, right there. And got them all to come over, and they posed for maybe about 5 minutes until I said, thank you very much, boys. But shot a roll of black and white, shot some color, sold them some color after, a week later or so. And one of my black and white shots in that chair was ended up using as their official Atlantic Records PR picture for Led Zeppelin 1973 and 1974. Okay. Tomorrow, daytime, yes. Okay, let's see how this goes.